Breaking: Arsenal ready, £95 million. Move for Julián Álvarez. Atletico's shock response. Arsenal transfer news. Welcome back to Arsenal Fans Focus Media, your home for the latest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, transfer rumours and everything happening around the Gunners. If you are a true Arsenal supporter, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Arsenal Fans Focus Media and turn on the notification bell because today's transfer story could be one of the biggest and most dramatic of the summer. Arsenal are reportedly preparing a sensational move for one of the most exciting forwards in world football. The name? Julián Álvarez. And the reported figure? A stunning £95 million. But there is one huge problem. Atletico Madrid are not ready to make life easy for Arsenal. Could Mikel Arteta be preparing a massive statement signing? Could Julián Álvarez become Arsenal's new superstar striker? And what exactly is Atletico Madrid's shock response to the reported interest? Let's get into the story. Arsenal's striker dream. For years, Arsenal supporters have dreamed of seeing a world-class striker leading the line at the Emirates Stadium. Mikel Arteta has built a team filled with quality. The defence is powerful. The midfield is technically excellent. The wingers are dangerous. But at the highest level of football, there is always one question. Who is going to score the biggest goals? That is why the name Julián Álvarez is so exciting for Arsenal fans. The Argentine forward is not an ordinary striker. He is a player who can do almost everything. He can score. He can create. He can press. He can link play. He can make intelligent runs. He can play as a central striker. He can operate behind the main forward. He can even move into wider attacking positions. This incredible versatility is exactly what makes Álvarez such an attractive player for a manager like Mikel Arteta. Arteta wants his attackers to be intelligent. He wants them to move. He wants them to press. He wants them to create space. He wants them to be able to change positions during matches. Julián Álvarez fits that description perfectly. The £95 million question. The reported £95 million figure has immediately created huge excitement among Arsenal supporters. If Arsenal were prepared to invest such a massive amount of money in Julián Álvarez, it would demonstrate the club's enormous ambition. This would not be a small squad signing. This would be a statement, a message to the Premier League, a message to Europe, a message to Arsenal's biggest rivals. The message would be simple. Arsenal are ready to win. Imagine Arsenal completing a deal for Álvarez. Imagine the announcement. A video released by the club. The famous red and white shirt. The Argentine star standing inside the Emirates Stadium. The fans watching the announcement around the world. Suddenly, Arsenal would have one of the most exciting attacking players in world football. But there is a major obstacle. Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid's shock response. Atletico Madrid are not a club that easily gives away their biggest stars. The Spanish giants understand the quality they have in Julián Álvarez. They know his value. They know his importance. They know that elite strikers are extremely difficult to replace. That is why Arsenal could face a very difficult negotiation. Even if Arsenal are ready to present a massive offer, Atletico may not immediately accept. The Spanish club could demand more money. They could insist on keeping the player. They could attempt to convince Álvarez that his future remains in Madrid. This is where the transfer story becomes extremely dramatic. Arsenal may want Álvarez. Álvarez may be admired by Arteta, but Atletico Madrid will have their own plans. And in football, one thing is certain. A transfer is never complete until everything is agreed. Why Arteta could love Julián Álvarez. Mikel Arteta has created a very specific footballing identity at Arsenal. His team is based on intensity, technical quality, tactical intelligence, and aggressive pressing. Julián Álvarez would fit perfectly into this philosophy. Imagine Arsenal losing possession in the final third. Álvarez immediately starts pressing. He closes down the defender. He forces a mistake. Bukayo Saka recovers the ball. Martin Odegaard receives possession. Álvarez makes a run behind the defence. Odegaard sees him. One pass, one finish, goal. This is the type of football Arsenal supporters want to see. Álvarez would not simply wait inside the penalty area, he would constantly move. He would create problems. He would make defenders uncomfortable. He would help Arsenal win the ball back. And most importantly, he would bring elite-level experience. The Argentine has already played in major competitions. He has experienced pressure. He has played in important matches. He knows what it means to fight for trophies. That mentality could be extremely valuable to Arsenal. Imagine the Arsenal attack. Now imagine Arsenal's potential attacking options. Bukayo Saka on the right. Gabriel Martinelli providing pace and direct running. Leandro Trossard offering versatility, Kai Havertz bringing movement and aerial ability, Gabriel Jesus providing creativity and pressing, and Julián Álvarez leading the attack. This would give Mikel Arteta an incredible number of options. He could choose a different attacking combination for every opponent. Against a team defending deeply, Álvarez could use his movement to create spaces. Against a high defensive line, his intelligent runs could become dangerous. Against a physical team, his energy and determination could help Arsenal compete. And in a Champions League knockout match, one moment of quality could decide everything. Imagine a quarter-final at the Emirates Stadium. The score is 1-1. The pressure is enormous. The opposition is defending desperately. The clock is approaching the final minutes. Martin Odegaard receives the ball. Declan Rice wins possession in midfield. Bukayo Saka moves into space, but Álvarez sees something nobody else sees. He makes a sudden run. Odegaard delivers the pass. Álvarez controls the ball. The defender closes him down. He creates half a yard. He shoots. Goal! The Emirates explodes. The fans are screaming, the players celebrate, and Arsenal move one step closer to European glory. That is the dream. Would £95 million be worth it? This is one of the biggest questions Arsenal supporters would debate. £95 million is a huge amount of money. But football has changed. The best attackers in the world are extremely expensive. When a club finds a player capable of scoring goals, creating chances, and performing at the highest level, that player can be worth an enormous fee. The real question is not simply, is £95 million expensive? The real question is, could Julián Álvarez help Arsenal win trophies? If the answer is yes, then Arsenal supporters may believe the investment is worth it. The Premier League is incredibly competitive. Manchester City have world-class players. Liverpool have incredible attacking quality. Chelsea and Manchester United continue to invest. European giants are always searching for elite talent. Arsenal cannot afford to stand still. If the club believes Álvarez can take the team to another level, then a major transfer fee could be justified. The biggest problem for Arsenal. However, Arsenal may not be the only club interested. A player of Álvarez's quality naturally attracts attention. Other European giants could be watching. Competition could increase the price. The longer negotiations continue, the more complicated the situation could become. Atletico Madrid may also have no desire to sell. This is why Arsenal would need to move carefully. The club would need to convince the player. They would need to negotiate with Atletico. They would need to agree on the financial terms. And they would need to make sure the transfer fits within the club's long-term plans. This could become one of the biggest transfer stories of the summer. What would Álvarez mean for Arsenal? If Arsenal signed Julián Álvarez, the impact could go beyond goals. He could change the way Arsenal attack. He could give Arteta more tactical flexibility. He could create more space for Bukayo Saka. He could combine brilliantly with Martin Odegaard. He could benefit from Declan Rice's passing. He could create competition for every attacking position. Most importantly, he could give Arsenal another player capable of producing magic in important moments. Every great team needs players who can change games. Alvarez has that ability. He does not need 10 chances to make an impact. One intelligent run, one clever movement, one moment of quality. That could be enough. Arsenal's big ambition. Arsenal are no longer a club simply trying to rebuild. The Gunners have already